I thought I had it all: a beautiful home, a loving husband, a life that sparkled with promise. But lately, Lucas has been slipping away, lost in late nights at the office with Megan, his new secretary. I found the messages, flirtatious and electric, and my heart sank. Confronting him felt like stepping into a storm. The tension crackled between us, and I could see the walls closing in. I moved out, but the betrayal lingers like a shadow. As I try to piece my heart back together, I wonder if he even realizes what he's lost. Does he feel the emptiness of his choices? Or is he too wrapped up in his ambition to care? I stand in this mansion, surrounded by glittering chandeliers and the whispers of envy from friends who think they know my life. Lucas Hawthorne, my husband, a billionaire, a dream come true, or so it seemed. Once, he held my hand, his laughter filling these halls. Now, he's lost in a world of spreadsheets and meetings, leaving me to wander through this opulence alone. Charity galas have become my refuge, a stage where I wear my smile like a mask, convincing everyone, including myself, that I'm fine. But beneath the surface, a storm brews. I can feel the distance between us, a chasm widening with each passing day. And in the shadows, whispers of betrayal linger, creeping closer. I thought love could conquer all, but what happens when the one you love becomes a stranger? I'm left questioning everything, trapped in a gilded cage, where the sparkle of wealth only highlights the darkness of loneliness. Megan joined the team, and it was like a spark ignited. She was young, ambitious, and her energy was infectious. I watched as Lucas, usually so reserved, transformed around her. They spent hours together, and I convinced myself it was just dedication. But deep down, I felt a twinge of unease. Lucas praised her efficiency, pulling her into meetings that should have been routine. I tried to brush it off, telling myself jealousy had no place in my life. Yet, the more I dismissed my instincts, the more I felt the tension building. Something was shifting in our office dynamics, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was about to uncover a truth that would change everything. Each tick of the clock feels like a dagger in my chest. Lucas used to come home with stories, laughter, and warmth, but now it's just excuses, meetings, urgent deals, endless commitments. I sit here, heart sinking, waiting for a man who seems to have forgotten me. Megan, his new shadow, thrives in the light of his attention, while I'm left in the dark, grappling with the ache of abandonment. I can feel the distance growing, the fragile threads of trust unraveling with every secret he hides. What happened to us? The vibrant connection we once shared is fading, replaced by whispers and lies. I want to scream, to shake him awake, but all I can do is watch as our love dims, consumed by shadows. How did we get here? Days dragged on, and the tension hung thick in the air. At dinner, I confronted Lucas, my heart pounding like a drum. His silence? It spoke louder than any words could. The emptiness of his apology cut deep, a reminder of the life we had built together, now teetering on the edge of uncertainty. I felt the weight of unanswered questions pressing down on me, suffocating. When he reached for my hand, I instinctively pulled away, a desperate plea for clarity. I could no longer ignore the choice before us. Love shouldn't feel like this, heavy and unresolved. I needed to know if we were fighting for something real or just clinging to shadows of what once was. I stood there, heart racing, as the scent of that unfamiliar perfume clung to Lucas's shirt. Panic gripped me. I grabbed his phone, and there it was, messages from Megan, flirty and intimate. Each word felt like a dagger, twisting deeper into my chest. Betrayal washed over me, and I could barely breathe. Confronting him was terrifying, but I needed answers. His evasive responses only ignited my anger. How could he do this to us? That night, I lay awake, my mind racing, wrestling with the truth. The perfect life I thought we had felt like a cruel illusion, shattering around me. I deserved better than this. I never imagined stepping into this role would feel like stepping into a battlefield. Megan, with her charm, wove herself into Lucas's life, and I watched helplessly as their flirtation became a twisted dance. Each laugh they shared felt like a dagger, and I was left to haunt the edges of their world, a ghost in my own love story. Lucas, blinded by desire, couldn't see the web of deceit wrapping tighter around him. I tried to reach out, to remind him of what we had, but time slipped through my fingers like sand. Megan's ambition knows no bounds. She tells herself she's just helping him, but I see the truth. This isn't just a game, it's a battle for hearts, and I refuse to be the one who loses. I never thought leaving would feel like this, like stepping out of a dream and into a nightmare. The mansion, once a symbol of our love, now feels like a gilded cage, each room echoing with laughter that's turned to silence. Lucas's face haunts me. I see his regret, but it's too late. I can't keep replaying the moments that brought us here. Friends try to lift me up, but every glance at my wedding ring is a reminder of what was lost. I'm rebuilding, piece by piece, but the weight of betrayal lingers. Lucas reaches out, but I can't let him back in. The distance between us grows, and I wonder if we'll ever find our way back, or if this is just the beginning of the end. Months have passed, and I've found a rhythm in my independence. Each charity event I attend fills me with purpose, igniting passions I never knew I had. I pour my heart into causes that matter, feeling stronger with every connection I make. But then there's Lucas. I see him, lost in the empire he built, realizing too late that the thrill of fleeting moments can't replace the warmth of genuine love. Regret hangs heavy in the air as he reflects on what he sacrificed. I wonder, can we ever rebuild what we lost? The connection we once shared feels like a distant memory, and I can't help but question if it's worth reaching for again. I never expected that call from Lucas. My heart raced, a whirlwind of anger and nostalgia. He apologized, admitting he'd lost sight of what truly mattered. I listened, my guard up, curiosity battling with the pain he'd caused. He spoke of rebuilding our lives together, but could I really trust him again? The weight of betrayal hung heavy in the air. I felt torn. Could love really conquer this? Or was it time to finally let go? In that moment, I realized I had a choice to make, one that could change everything. After much reflection, I chose myself. It wasn't easy. Walking away from Lucas felt like tearing a piece of my heart out. But in that pain, I found liberation. I embraced my independence, and suddenly, life unfolded with endless possibilities. I realized that true happiness comes from within. Lucas had to face the consequences of his choices, learning the hard lessons about love and loss. As time passed, I discovered joy in my own company. The scars of the past became symbols of my strength, reminders of how far I've come. A new beginning is here, filled with hope and resilience, and I'm ready to thrive.